I'd like to request everybody to settle down at the back. Please settle down at the back. We're going to shut the doors in front so that we can continue. We have our guests waiting for over past 5 minutes.
Aarti, you need to put your screen down. Chaturvedi, you need to put your screen down a bit. We can't see you very well. Down.
Was
Okay.
it? Yeah, that's nice.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. To set the context of our conversation, one of our most prominent alumni, you had a good conversation with Chef Vikas Khanna this morning. And in the second half, I'm going to go back to read a message for the benefit of our other alums who've joined us this afternoon for the Fireside Chat. So thank you to Mr. Anil Chadda, the Managing Director of ITC Hotels, WGSHA alumnus from the second course class of 1990, the gold medalist and the torchbearer of the WGSHA family and the relationship we have with ITC Hotels Limited. So the message reads, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and this is for all of you who are on the call. Just to set the context, this is a message from Anil Chadda. Members of the faculty, my dear students and proud parents of the world's best future hoteliers. I speak to you today not just as MD ITC Hotels, but as an alumni who owes so much to this wonderful institution, WGSHA. It is said that our teachers and gurus shape our identity. The values they instill in us help us make the right decisions, and the vision for a better future guides us to soar higher. All because of the wind beneath our wings called WGSHA. From life's best learnings to magical memories, everything was created here. And what a dream run it has been. From a hotel management student to graduating with a gold medal from the class of 1990. The bigger medal was perhaps the joy and pride I saw on my parents' face. Exactly what I see in the face of all the parents here. The journey of 1,000 steps begins with one. As our dear students embrace the rising horizon, I'd like to share some mantras from my own experience. My hindsight could be your foresight. As a person, never forget your roots, where you come from, and the sacrifices your families have made to build your life. As a professional, always remember that God is in the details. The smallest wait could bring the biggest smile. The shortest stay could be someone's largest joy. And you are the architects of these guest experiences. As a WGSHite, remember it's important to give back what we take. As you rise, make sure to hold hands of those who need help. Today's student is tomorrow's mentor. There are many institutions, but there is only WGSHA, one of its kind. I wish each one of you the very best. Go out into the world and spread the warmth of Namaste. Namaste from all of us here, as well as Namaste to the wonderful panel that's joined us. We are going to reflect on some of the things that the Managing Director of ITC Hotels has had to say. But in the interim, to welcome you all, I'm going to pass the baton over to your beloved Professor Vidya Patwardhan.
Thank you, sir. Raghavendra, the video.
Hi, this is Ajay Nambiar from the first batch of WGSHA, roll number 1. I can sense the anticipation and eagerness in each one of y'all as y'all embark on a career-defining journey with WGSHA. So what defines, what will these 4 years define for you? I think very simply put, it is an outstanding foundation for you. In buildings, we refer it to as a foundation. Basis, if that is strong, the rest of the building will stand the test of time. Enjoy yourself. You must have a hunger and desire to learn. It's an outstanding institute that will give you the opportunity to learn, explore yourself, define who you are as a human being and as a professional. Spend that time wisely. Learn. Be hungry to learn. Be a sponge. Absorb as much as you can. Not just from professors, but from books, from journals, from whatever you can lay your hands on. I think it's what held me in good stead. It still does. You're never too experienced or never a novice. Your experience will define who you are. My best wishes to each one of you all. Do well and keep the alma mater flag flying high. I have high hopes on all of you. God bless and good luck.
Shall I? Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the post-lunch sessions of the Orientation Program 2025. I hope all of you had a good lunch and are comfortable attending the afternoon session. WGSHA is very proud to have a spectacular base of about 5,000 alumni spread across the globe. To be precise, our alumni registration in the Mahe Alma Shines portal is 4,949 as of July 2025. We are truly proud of our alumni strength and the strong network. It's a very happy and gratifying feeling that most of the WGSHA alumni, whenever we approach, always say forever for WGSHA. I'm sure the students who are present here will authenticate this statement at some point in time when they network with the alumni. Can they see us? I don't know. Okay. Moving forward, the famous identity tagline of WGSHA in those days used to be once a WGSHite, always a WGSHite. Once a senior, always a senior. Once a freshie, always a freshie. Emphasizing the lifelong belonging to the WGSHA community. So once upon a time, the beautiful and handsome faces that you see on the screen, matured with gray hair, I can see Sunil there, were WGSHites, freshies, and seniors. Today, they're all very successful industry professionals and employers. Though they are the bosses having subordinates calling them sirs and madams, I will follow the same old tagline of WGSHA, call myself once a teacher or faculty, always a teacher or faculty. And I take the liberty to call them in their first name. Before we proceed with the conversation, allow me to briefly introduce them to the audience. Sunil Tarneja, the senior most on Stars Express. He's from the 5th course BHM, currently the additional general manager IRCTC Delhi. He's an accomplished senior executive with 27 years of experience in the hospitality, aviation, and railway industries. For 8 years, he led operations of the world-renowned Maharajas Express, managing a team of 500 staff, ensuring high levels of customer satisfaction and the delivery of luxury travel experiences. He had also held the positions of additional general manager and regional manager at IRCTC across South India. He was the recipient of awards such as the Distinguished Alumnus Award, WGSHA ITC Chairman's Award, and World's Leading Luxury Train Award for Maharajas Express. We welcome you, Sunil.
Thank you very much,
Have you heard
ma'am.
me?
Thank you very much. Absolutely, ma'am. Though with age, the hearing is getting really bad, but yeah, I could hear all
You
these
could hear?
good words.
Thank God. And next on, my Purani jeans and Purani dost with the turban, can't see him. Harkirat Singh Bedi from the 5th course BHM, CEO StockSpeak India Private Limited, Hyderabad. So he had a 3-year stint with ITC Hotels as front office manager. He shifted his focus towards the domain of technology. He was the area manager, senior area manager, and site lead at Dell International Services for 8 years. He was with Sutherland for 4 years as senior director service delivery. He was the head of customer service India for Clarivate Analytics for 4 years before moving to StockSpeak India Private Limited in 2022. We welcome you, Harkirat.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Cyrus Madan was already a professional back in 92 and 93 and 94, a true family man from WGSHA. From the 7th course, BHM is the Director of Development, India and South Asia, Accor Hotels, Delhi. He's a seasoned hotel business development specialist with over 30 years of experience in the hotel industry. Cyrus brings deep expertise in hotel startups, strategic expansion, and operational leadership. His career reflects a consistent track record of helping brands grow, especially during the critical launch and early growth stages. Prior to this, he had extensive experience of 25 plus years with various hotel companies such as Taj, Red Fox, Lemon Tree, Carnation, and Atmosphere Hotels. We welcome you, Cyrus.
Thank you so much.
Next, Vikram Velamuri. Oh my God, only I know how I tolerated his mischiefs. He's from the, see that dimple? From the 8th course, currently the hospital and hotel operations and training consultant in Delhi. Vikram has 26 plus years of leadership experience in hospitality operations and talent development in diverse companies such as ITC, Royal Orchid, GMR, Lalit Group, Max Healthcare, and Medanta. He held multiple strategic roles of driving financial results, service quality, and team performance. He has a rich experience of about 15 years in the healthcare industry, working with Max Healthcare, Virinchi Hospital, Venkateshwara Hospital, and now with Medanta Hospital. We welcome you, Vikram.
Thank you, ma'am. It's a pleasure and honor. Thank you.
Gauri Kushtagi, my Kannada friend and confidant. Where is she? Gauri. She has, of course, she's from the 7th course BHM, Head of Business, HR and Talent Management, Tata Electronics, Bengaluru. She has over 25 years of global experience spanning Tata Group, ABB, Cerner Healthcare, and Reuters. Her expertise is in business HR, change management, talent and leadership development, culture transformation, and organizational effectiveness. She was the head of TAS, the Tata Group's flagship leadership development program, where she led the group-wide agenda to attract, develop, and retain top-tier talent across diverse industries. We welcome you, Gauri.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for the warm welcome.
Ruchi Koili, a delicate darling who fully enjoyed her student life in Manipal and her family as well. From the 7th course BHM, Chief of the Experience of Away & Co. Division of Creative Travel, Delhi. Ruchi is the Chief of the Experience of Away & Co., a part of the Creative Travel family of brands, a legacy of luxury travel since 1977. Away & Co. is one of the India's most experiential travel companies which specializes in legendary destinations around the world. She's widely traveled on 6 continents and leads a team of experienced designers who create highly curated journeys for those who are well-traveled and appreciate cultural immersion. Welcome you, Ruchi. I think Ruchi is in Gokarna. You are in Gokarna, right?
I'm in Gokarna, yes. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Swati Chaturvedi. Very quiet, reserved, but mostly teacher's favorite. From the 10th course BHM, Director of HR, Taj Hotels, Mumbai. She's a distinguished alumna of WGSHA. She's a seasoned hotelier shaped up through various assignments in human resources across Taj Hotels in various locations, such as Lucknow, Maldives, Goa, and Mumbai. With over 20 years of rich experience in HR, she's an HR professional who has made significant contributions to the hospitality industry. She received several awards such as HR Leader of the Year, Top HR Minds India Award, Director of Human Resources Award, and Hotelier India Awards in 2019. Welcome you, Swati. Thank you for joining. She's actually about to travel, but for WGSHA, she's with us for next 1 hour.
Thank you
the
so much,
last but the most important, Madam Swati Singh. Quiet and obedient, but she also found her family from WGSHA. There are 3 of them, I think, full families here, which is Ruchi, Madan, and Swati. 11th course BHM, Associate Vice President, Operations and Education, the Job Plus Bengaluru. She started her career at the back-end operations of GE Capital and Citigroup. She became the head learning and development at the Oberoi Amar Vilas Agra and Oberoi Uday Vilas Udaipur. Currently, she works as a head of education at the Job Plus, specializing in strategic collaborations with educational institutions. She heads the operations of the Job Plus initiative related to short-term skill courses to provide better job opportunities to the local youth and improve socio-economic growth of the society and the talent acquisition and client management verticals for the team. Welcome to you, Swati.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for having me.
So before Sir begins, thank you all for joining the WGSHA to welcome 40th course BHM, second course BSc in Culinary Science, and first course HSM programs. I request Sir to take over.
Thank you, Vidya. Ladies and gentlemen, to just get the ball rolling, we're going to check your mics out, and you can give me a one-word answer to a couple of points that I have written down here. So let's start with the foodie in the house. What do you think about the food you had in WGSHA when you were students? One word.
Super.
Thank you. So your mic's working.
Awesome food. Awesome. Super awesome food.
Students'
C-Block Mess,
choice.
best food.
Students' choice. We had a committee, students' choice.
Awesome, awesome. This is great. I can see that the mics are working. Okay.
But yeah.
Well, so if I were to ask you to describe your experience at that point in one word, how would you describe your experience of WGSHA in the time you were here in the early 90s?
World class.
I think wholesome.
Thank you, thank you. That's giving me a lot of hope, but I'm not hearing anything from Sunil and from Harkirat, so I think they're mulling over something. So
freedom for me.
Yeah, so Harkirat's been here recently. So, okay, one another.
We want the ladies to take the lead.
Yeah, we're going to do that. We're actually going to get the bigger questions. We'll get the big rocks out there first. But here's a quick one. I'm not sure any of you've seen the new infrastructure that's been built at a little over 100 crores. Therefore, I want to say, what did you think of the infrastructure you had at your disposal when you were in college? One word.
Ahead of time, even then and even now, I would say.
Thank you, Swati. You're a true fan.
So it was, even
Dr.
I'll say
Jairam.
it was visionary because I've recently visited and I still feel it's out of the world. I mean, that vision is, I can also feel in the teachers.
Thank you. Thank you, Swati.
So Professor Satish, during my time, we had world-class facilities, best faculty, and most importantly, best food. So all in all, it was a 3-year fully paid welcome break that I had.
Super, super. Super. So, I mean, Gauri's been kind of quiet. So, over to you, Gauri. Can you tell me what kind of support system you had when you were here?
Well,
One word.
we're talking about, one word.
Yeah.
Well, early 90s meant no technology. So support system was teachers and batchmates and seniors.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay, I think we're good to kick this off. I know that Swati's got to take a flight. So I'm going to first use her expertise as a human resource professional and ask you, as a human resource professional, why would you recommend WGSHA as a go-to hospitality, culinary, or nutrition institution to a future talent?
So as I'm a big fan of WGSHA, not that because I was able to get through WGSHA, but I think it's one of the premier institute. Firstly, because of the kind of curriculum we offer to the students, then is the practical training, hands-on training, and also I would say the academic excellence. I mean, the teachers which I have seen during my tenure and now also when I was recently visited, as I mentioned, the vision the teachers or the faculty there have and how they've upgraded the school. I feel it's one of the best because when we conduct the interviews and all, I can see the difference WGSHA holds and from the students coming from a different college. I can see that, I can feel, and also I can feel the attitude. And attitude is something which, because WGSHA is the foundation, that's actually the foundation, and then foundation can be built up only when you join the right college. And when we interview the WGSHites, I can see that.
Thank you.
And I feel proud that I'm a Vakshite, and those were one of my best days.
Do you wish you could come back to college?
Yes, I would love to.
We're starting a master's in Jan. All right, so I'm going to quickly move to Gauri. So Gauri, if your ward was at WGSHA today, the question I would be asking you is, what advice would you give your ward that everybody sitting here, there are over 1,000 people in this room today. So what advice would you give your ward based on your experiences that the young people in this room can take away?
Experience and knowledge doesn't always comes from books. Be a sponge, experience everything, be open to all sorts of learning, and yeah, you probably come out a very different person. Not to say lifelong friendships when you're back in college. I'd say those were the golden years and some of the best years of our lives as well.
Absolutely. Sounds like Brian Adams to me. Super. So I'm going to move to Ruchi Kohli. Ruchi, a question for you is, can you share one powerful lesson you learned at WGSHA that never leaves you?
I think follow your passion and success will follow. I think you need to, you need to just follow what you believe in. And I think WGSHA gives you that foundation to go in that direction. So I feel it's, I think just follow your passion and everything then falls, along the way.
Thank you. That sounds very encouraging. I'm going to get a little technical now with Swati Singh. So Swati, we've been doing some research here, and it appears to me that for the number of rooms that are in the pipeline and the amount of talent that's available in the market, there's a huge gap. So I'm following people like Hotel Elevate, Horvath, and I know for a fact that there are at least 88,000 rooms in the pipeline. Okay, the number of people we need in hospitality, we are broadly putting at a little more than 100,000 people in the next 2 years alone, right? And having said this, we also know that WGSHA has to position itself differently. So if I can give you a stack count of about 75,000 odd people needed as frontline workers, about 18,000 odd people needed as team leaders, and about 13,000 needed as managers. And you are in the space where you build people for the future. What's your advice to these people? What should they be looking for? What should they be going for?
I would say they should look out for the Job Plus and the People Network. That's where I work, because we would be able to provide them with amazing opportunities. So I had the skill development for Job Plus, where we are into skilling candidates who do not have the means to come in this industry. So we skill them and make them job ready. And here at WGSHA, you already have the platform. So make the best use of it and learn as much as you can. And definitely the sky is open for you. As far as mid-management and senior management roles are also concerned, there's a dearth like that you just pointed out. And I think currently what I feel, people are just getting distracted. They don't want to probably work as hard as all of us have worked hard in the past, and they want an easy way out, right? So they are moving out of the hospitality industry and choosing other paths. We really want people. There's a dearth of good, talented people at senior management and mid-management level. So look out for us. We would be able to help you.
Okay, happy to host Job Plus, but I'm hosting Swati Singh, and therefore, what I take away from what you're saying is just hang in there, because there's a lot more that's going to happen, right, as we go forward.
Absolutely.
So, the interesting part is that before people choose hospitality as a career, and with over 55% of the seats in national institutions lying vacant today, it's only a few premier colleges that have a unique student learning experience that have demand left, well, we being one of our, obviously.
Absolutely.
Right. So basically, it's going to be a tough climb. Hang in there, okay, and keep clawing your way up is what I hear you saying, right? Okay.
Absolutely.
So thank you for that. I'm going to just quickly move to Cyrus. Cyrus, I've got some reports here from THSC. $500 billion business, $125 billion in food and beverage service, and facilities infrastructure, including airports, logistics, travel, is a little over $212 billion. And here we are building hotels. I can see that the highest category of hotels being built are not luxury hotels anymore, but they are largely upscale hotels and mid-price hotels, which represent at least 50% of the 88,000 out pipeline. What's your take? Which category of hotels should people want to prepare themselves for?
So I think it's natural that the mid-market or the mid-market hotels will be larger in number, because every business in the world has a pyramid structure when it comes to brands and the segmentation in which they are. So luxury will always be top of the pyramid and be lesser in number. But I think you should focus, rather than focusing on the tier of the hotel, you should focus on the brand in which you get into. And India is blessed today to have very good domestic brands at all segments of the business, whether it's luxury, mid-market, and otherwise. What I would recommend is that you must try and get in your initial years to get to see more and see things at a larger scale, to see large operations, because you get to understand the complexity behind large operations and use that as or even go for something very niche and boutique. So main thing that I would say is that look at something which expands your vision and your knowledge beyond college, because college will teach you the basics and will teach you the understanding of how to conduct yourself in the business. But when you get into the business teaches you what the business is all about. Having said that, I have only one request. Many of the kids, or many of all of us, when we were there, we all queued up to being management trainees, to look for, in those days, in the Taj, for example, there was the HMT program, which was, only 6 or 7 seats all over India, but the HOMT program was much wider with, let us say, 300, 400 seats. We'd be very disappointed if we didn't make the HMT program. My learning in the last 30 years has been that people who have, worked hard, like Swati said, they did much better because they chose to try hard and find those unique niches for themselves. It doesn't matter where you begin from, whether you're an HOMT or an HMT. What really matters is what you do with that beginning. But at least begin. Don't get discouraged and don't move away to things which are away from your passion. That's all that I would like to say.
Thank you, Cyrus. Very well spoken. I'm going to look at a much wider application of the skill set that we build here at WGSHA and potentially at some of the premier schools. What I see is IT-enabled services, BPO, KPO, knowledge processes. We have also today aviation, logistics, even entertainment, realty, etc. So this question is really for Sunil to say, if somebody wants to work outside of the traditional hotel administration or culinary domain, what kind of opportunities do you think exist out there?
First of all, thank you, Professor Jainam, and welcome to WGSHA. This is our first interaction that we've done. And I see a lot of ideas coming on the main group that we've been part of. Thank you very much for carrying this legacy, which Chef Thiru had left. And moving on to the question now. I feel that, I've been kind. I mean, God has been kind, and I've been lucky enough that have worked in 3 separate verticals, starting with hotels, then moving on to airlines, and finally migrating to the railways. I feel it's so much intertwined that you don't feel the need to, go into any sort of verticalization of work. A hotel management student can work in any field at any time, in any role. What I have felt is that, you may have specific courses which groom you for specific tasks, but here you are groomed to fit or adapt into everything. So you are a jack of everything and master of none, but this function holds good for every vertical. You see any vertical where somebody in the top echelon you'll find somebody either from IHM or from WGSHA or from Taj Institute or from Oberoi's, but having a hotel management background. It is so very heartening to see that the top line is, as of now, ruled by people who are having background in hotel management. And like you said, it's not restricted or limited to either KPO or aviation or hotels or cruise liners. People have ventured into Airbnbs. People have ventured into their own setup, their own specialty restaurants. Like Divya has moved on to in Bangalore, and she's doing phenomenally well. So I'm sure that once you are out of this course, there is nothing looking back, and you're going to come out with a very positive outlook and work in a very different tangent altogether. Your preparation here in the college gives you a total 360 outside line of lines.
Awesome. That was good.
Can I just add to that? I
Sure.
think WGSHA teaches us to be versatile. I think skills are transferable and timeless, and they apply to any industry that you may join after you pass out.
Very well spoken. Thank you, both of you. I'm going to move to Vikram now. So Vikram, in the course of the pandemic, we learned three things.
In the course of the pandemic, we learned three things.
Okay, so I think one of your mics is on. Anyway, so Vikram, very quickly, we learned that insurance is never going to go out of fashion. We also learned very quickly that healthcare is never going to go out of fashion. And the reason why people like me stuck around is because we know education's never going to go out of fashion, right? Now, you are somebody who's dabbled into healthcare, you've looked at hybrid careers, you've taken the entire hospitality skill set and applied it in a very complex environment. How challenging was that for you?
Well, sir, thank you for asking me the question. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 40th course of BHM and the other courses. So, sir, it was not a challenge at all, because the reason being, I was open to learning. And if you're open to learning, and if you're open to observing, if you're open to spending time on the floor, looking at what people are doing, you'll be able to learn everything faster. It was never a challenge. WGSHA prepared us to ensure that we overcome all challenges, sir. That's my answer to your question. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Vikram. So very quickly, I can see that we have exposure in areas which are broadly contributing to the service sector. So whether it is curating experiences, travel, tourism, logistics, supply chain management, managing people, managing experiences, we have a whole gamut of skills which are now easily applied. The one thing which a lot of people fear is numeracy and quants. So I'm going to now go to Harkirat to say, how important is that? And what made you come back to the campus to do an MBA in finance?
So thank you, Dr. Jam. Very relevant question, especially in today's world. But if you don't mind, before I respond, I'm going to take just a minute also to commemorate and dedicate this session to a very, very dear friend of mine, batchmate to Sunil and me, and I think friend to everybody on the panel and to the college, Akshay Kulkarni, who I'm sure, had he been here, would be a part of this panel, given the amount of time that he has spent, the effort that he has made in continuing to uplift the college. I'm sure wherever he is, he's looking at all of us with immense amount of pride. So, been there, done that, 27 years of work experience across the board, hotels, ITES, BPO, and a smart guy taught me very early in life that financially, if you want to get somewhere, follow the money. And so I learned the importance of finance pretty early in my life. And once I decided to take a step back from corporate life, I actually opened a company of mine called StockSpeak India Private Limited, which also is in the same realm. So it was a natural progression, so to speak, for me, one, to come back to education, and two, to try and see if I can enhance my understanding and knowledge of finance. And so, yes, that's enabled me to spend the last couple of years, now almost about to complete my MBA in finance from TAPMI.
So just a quick follow-on question, because we have some alums here, like Vandan, who's leaving his son behind. I don't know how mischievous you were when you were in college, and I don't want Vidya to say anything at this point. So I'm just going to say, you left your daughter here as well. What did you tell her when you went away? Did you show her all the old spots, or you told her not to go there?
So great question again, and thank you for that. So not only am I a proud alumni, but I'm also a proud parent. And look, primarily there were only 3 or 4 things that I told her, and I still maintain. One is, don't be afraid to be a part of as much as you can. Because the students who are there already, and the ones that are in this hall about to join, you have only one task in front of you, just one, for the next 4 years, which is to immerse yourself in the whole experience of learning. Take away as much as you can and make it work for you. So that was one. The second is that please try and build as many relationships as you can. Look, in the corporate life, the magical word is networking. Personally, if you ask me, I think networking has its own high place, but I think it's all about building relationships. Relationships that stand the test of time, that stand, everything that life throws at you. And so these 2 main things is what I told her. And the third is, for God's sake, please learn how to manage your finances. But these are 3 things, lessons that I left with her, and I continue to follow up.
So I'm just going to say that as a father of a 30-year-old lawyer, money is the source of all the evils on planet Earth, and we leave it at that. On a more serious note, Harkirat, we all mourn Akshay with you. I know he was a dear friend of yours. I'd just like to inform all of you, as well as the forum here, I'm in touch with their family. He was also a childhood friend of mine. We are instituting a scholarship called the Akshay Kulkarni Excellence Award. His father and sister are going to look at his top performance from his mark sheet, and anybody who touches that benchmark in the same subject combination is going to be getting the award. At this annual day, we'll be making the more formal announcement, and we'll be inviting the family over to give the award away. So thank you for that moment for Akshay, who's also a very dear friend of mine. So let's go back to Swati, because I know you have to catch a flight.
Yeah.
So Swati, here's my question for you. If you were to choose a Vakshite now to be recruited in your company, what would you be looking for?
So the most important thing is the passionate. You should be passionate about the industry. And I'm sure if the students who have joined WGSHA, they have thought about it, that they are passionate about the industry. So number one is I will definitely see the passion for the industry, then the right attitude. The right attitude should be there. Learning mindset. So you need to keep learning, because life is a continuous journey. You should keep learning entire life. Then is the adaptability. How adaptable the student is. That's also the foremost requirement, and the integrity. So this, and also that person should be culture fit in the organization where he or she is joining. The technical skills can be taught, but I feel these are the essential things which, yes, we do look in for a person who joins the organization.
Yeah, thank you for that. It's 3:15, a little more than that. But if you were to drop off, okay, I just want to say thank you for spending these valuable moments with us.
Okay. I have 5 minutes. I can be there.
Yeah,
for 5
super.
minutes.
So I'm just going to just throw a stone in the pond there now. So here's a question, not particularly meant for anyone. But if you go back to your life at WGSHA when you were here, do you really think anything you learned in college prepared you for life?
I would like to take that.
Yeah, go on.
Okay, go ahead.
Starting with the first semester that we reached in Manipal, it was all rains, and we were from north of India. We hadn't seen so much of rain coming, or rather pouring down. Never imagined that we could ever go through this entire 6 months with the rain falling right across. But we adapted well, and we ensured that we make our juniors also adapt well. And I'm sure Cyrus has got a lot of episodes running down his spine on the same.
Hey,
Just to add to Sunil's
Yeah,
point
Gauri, go
and
for it.
Professor Jairam,
Yeah, go for it, Gauri.
a thought on that question is, I think the key word is it helped me at least adapt to any sort of situation. There was the kind of situations that we were thrown at, starting from day one all the way till the last day. It just taught you how to deal with just about any situation, various kinds of people. I think that is the essence of what one takes away from this education. So yeah, I just wanted to add to what Sunil was saying on that.
Yeah, thank you. I've heard a lot of people say that the education outside the classroom was a lot more valuable than what happened inside the classroom and in the laboratories. So, nothing's changed much. I went to college in 1986, so we'll stick with that part of the story as it is. And I'm just going to quickly ask you, do you remember your most defining WGSHA moment? And this is, again, an open question. Okay, anyone who'd like to share. Do you remember your most defining WGSHA moment?
The first 3 months.
The ragging.
That's too many. That's too many moments.
So
no, it all rolls up into one.
Yeah, one defining moment.
Let me take that. So this is actually not got to do so much with the education part or some of the stuff, but this is a very keen memory that I cherish all the time. So I was a part of the band, and we had our annual day celebrations in 1992. Mr. Y.C. Deveshwar was our chief guest, and he was delightfully impressed with the band. And you know what? Sitting right there, he made an announcement. This is way back in 92. That listen, we're going to be launching the newly constructed ITC Rajputana Palace Sheraton in Jaipur, and I'd like the college band to come there as my guests and perform for all of the senior management, senior members, general managers and above of ITC hotels, and top brass of ITC is going to be there. So it was about 10, 11 of us. We flew 1992. Flying itself was a big deal. From Mangalore all the way to Jaipur, stayed at the hotel. We got to perform 2 different events for all of these cherished audience. Well, actually 1.5, because when the second event was happening, suddenly the hotel went into a lockdown within 60 seconds. It was the 6th of December 1992, the day Babri Masjid had happened, and because of the tense situation and all. But yeah, that's probably one experience that me and my bunch of, let's say, Manipal bandmates will never ever forget. It was a surreal experience.
No, that's an awesome memory. I've been jamming with the indie band as well as jamming with the Western band over the past couple of days. So some things are forever. The band is one of them. I wish you were here. We have an open mic right after you guys sign off.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. So, we have a couple of minutes left. I'm going to ask you the other question, which has been on all the parents' minds. You hear so many things about Manipal. So what was Manipal for you? What's the Manipal you remember? Yeah, Cyrus, over.
So I think Manipal, when we were there, and thanks to the 2 seniors on the panel today, Manipal was wild. I mean, compared to many other places we'd been in, right? But I think what Manipal also was very a lot of protection. So these 2 gentlemen you see on the screen, we used to love them to bits because they used to protect us from from many things. So we used to hide in their rooms during ragging. Then we, got to be. So I think what I'm trying to really say is that as you are in the college, everything begins to, fall into place. You feel protected, you feel aligned. Manipal was a very small village at that time. I wouldn't even call it a town. And wherever you went, you saw somebody from college or the other. So my wife is my wife is my ex-girlfriend. Uh, One day when I was walking down the street with her, we were holding hands, and I saw the principal of the college, and and so and he just smiled and he walked away. But the point I'm trying to make is that Vaksha is a family. Vaksha begins to grow on you. Vaksha becomes a source of strength. Vaksha becomes supportive. And I've been meaning to say this all throughout today is that whenever you hear or meet a person who says he or she is from Vaksha, you smile. I don't know why. I just naturally smile because we are aligned in some way, even though we may be 20 courses apart. So I think Vaksha is a fantastic place. It was then, it is now. It was difficult. I mean, the college was great in parts because it was being rebuilt at that time. But the hostel we used to have a shower which was really a hole in the wall. But it was great fun. We had great fun. I mean, and there was freedom. So we had a great time and we studied hard. We did work hard also, and at the same time, we had a great party time as well.
Absolutely. Work hard, party harder.
Yeah,
Yes.
I agree to what Cyrus said that as ma'am had mentioned, Ms. Vidya, that I was a very reserved and shy person. But I must say it's Vaksha. Whatever I am today, it's because of that foundation which I got at Vaksha. And my seniors, though they ragged me a lot, but yes, these were the seniors who actually protected me. And they were my mentors, my teachers, they were my mentors, and they guided me that what I should do, what path I should take, and even when we went for trainings and all. So as Gauri or someone else had mentioned that you have to be passionate about this industry. And if it is there in you, success will fall in place. You do not run for success or money. Right now, you should just learn as much as you can and everything will fall in place. And be confident and values you already have because values is something which has been given to us. So that will be taken care of.
And faculty, I think, was family. I think we were
right.
friends, family. They were mentors. I think they were everything to us. We had the liberty to just go into their room, chat with them, whatever we had to discuss. And till date, they are friends to us.
I still remember I have a very strong bond with Mr. Akela, who used to teach me F&B service, Mr. Sabu, then Mr. Lemuel Herbert.
Yes.
I still remember he's singing those songs. I mean, what connection? Yeah. I mean, I feel proud to be a
And I think one thing that all of us have in common, be it whichever course, is the spirit that we have, the energy levels that we have. That's very true to Workshite. And I think, like Cyrus said, be it 20 courses apart, but you are just wired together if you are from Workshop. And once a Workshop, always a Workshop.
True.
I would add one thing since there's an audience. I understand though we can't see the audience, but there's an audience. I'd like to say something. One thing which has really helped me in my time in Vaksha is to be willing to participate in college events. Whether it is Harry with the band and I remember that with Professor Sabu, I used to do ice carving. So I wasn't doing the carving. I was helping him. My wife used to do butter sculptures. We were part of various college activities, like for example the editorial club, I don't remember the name, but there was this whole activity club that we used to have over there, where we were doing kayaking and we were organizing outside trekking events or whatever. But the more you participate, it adds to your value. It adds to what you get reflected as a person in a job interview. So if the college and your intention to be in college is to really go and find a job, do participate in college activities as much as you can. A, it builds bonds, and B, it helps you to show you more as a wholesome person rather than just being a student.
That was brilliant. That was brilliant. I think Vikram, you've got your mic on, but that's all right. Okay.
Yes, I'm sorry about that, sir.
No problem. We're all good. Okay, so I've heard some stories about Manipal.
Yeah.
If there was a reverb mic, it was going Manipal, Manipal, Manipal. So I think it's a bit like all of you beating Manipal in your hearts and it's reverberating here. We look forward to having you all come back to town. Okay, and well, the rock show is on for sure. This is what I told Vikram. We're going to have an alumni reunion shortly. We'd love to have all of you back. In the interim, just on a closing note, I've heard you talk about attitude, grooming, skills, knowledge, participation, communication, teamwork, relationships. I take that from you, Cyrus. Okay, let's not get into the details of how you got into it, but yeah, there's a lot for people to look forward to out here. If there was one word advice you'd like to give before you sign off, one word advice, okay, what would that one word be?
So may I go first, sir?
Absolutely.
WGSHA stands for With Glory, Soaring Higher Always. All of you lovely ladies and gentlemen, the esteemed parents who are sitting there in the hall, please remember your children will demonstrate in the years to come something called as pride, personal responsibility in delivering excellence. Believe you
Awesome.
me, your children are at the best institute in the country, best institute in Asia. They just have to work hard, concentrate, not digress from what they're supposed to do. And believe you me, all of them in this room, all these young ladies and gentlemen, will have stars on their shoulders and will do extremely well. WGSHA, once again, is with glory, soaring higher always. Thank you.
Thank you, Vikram.
Yeah, so Dr. Jainam, I just want to sort of very quickly add, I know that we're probably short on time, but I'm perhaps most qualified to make these statements, being a parent as well as an alumni. And my message is to all the parents, lovely parents. I saw the camera panning and I could see them. So just 2-3 things very quickly. Ladies and gentlemen, you've got your awards here. That's the first big step. 80% of this journey is just the fact that you're sitting inside this auditorium. Please remember that your children are brand ambassadors of all the values that you have instilled in them through all their years of growing up. It's now time to have the confidence to let them go and be and pray to God that they display all those values in terms of their learnings and the decisions that they take. It's not easy, trust me. As a parent, you will tend to micromanage. You will tend to ask, "Aaj khane mein kya khaya?" You will tend to, have a challenge when your kid comes and tells you on the phone that I was in the college for 14, 15 hours a day. Hospitality is a time and labor intensive industry. But like Cyrus was saying a little while ago, it's an extremely rewarding industry. Like Vikram was saying, it gives you the opportunity to soar. So as parents, take a step back, believe in your kids, believe in the values that you have instilled in them, let them learn, they will fall. It's like learning how to ride a bike. The question is, have you instilled the strength in them to get back up and start riding that bike again? I think that is where your strength lies, in just being the support that they need at call. And most importantly, trust the system, trust the college, trust the faculty. They've been doing this for a very long time. There's probably not one instant or incident that they have not experienced, that they've not learned from, and for which they've not instilled procedures, and to make sure that each and every one of your kids has a wonderful 4-year journey at the college. So all the very best, and learn to experience and enjoy this journey along with your children.
Can I just add one advice that I can give parents? I think you need to build relationship with the faculty and help them mentor your child to grow into the best versions of themselves. I think that's very important as well.
Very well spoken, everyone.
And to trust the process, have faith in the college that you've chosen for your child, and they'll do great.
And I think, Professor, I just would like to address the parents on one issue. When your kids come back after the first semester, I would request all of you to give the cooks and the serving helps a break for a month and let the boy or the girl come and see what they've learned in college, and make sure for the next 30 days they do that.
And I would like to add...
Thank you, Sunil. Yes, Swati, go for it.
Yeah, so my advice to parents and the students sitting there that because I mean, you'll be going the first semester and then you'll be moving on for your trainings in different hotels. So kindly make use of those trainings because this is the foundation year. I mean, you will come to know that, okay, after 4 years, what I need to do. So make full use of trainings because we do observe when you come to hotels and when you are doing your internship, you actually do not pay attention. So that's the time where you will decide that, okay, which sector you will be going in or maybe which department you will be choosing in. So please be mindful, do your trainings properly. And yes, as everyone has said that you are in the right hands and this is the foundation. It will help you and this is the foundation which will make you strong, make you more independent and more resilient. So wish you good luck and we are also there. And anytime you need any help, you can always approach us. Thank you.
That's so awesome.
Professor
I think
Jairam,
I would
I
just
have
like
a
to
request.
add, build relationships with everyone. Networking is the key in today's day and age. Anyway, all of you must be smart workers. All the kids these days are very tech savvy. But don't forget that hard work pays in the long run. Be consistent and be, at it. Don't get disheartened very easily. It's very easy to get disheartened, but just be consistent with what you are doing, be ambitious, and you will achieve whatever you have thought of.
Awesome,
Okay,
awesome.
don't worry or in safe hands.
So, Gauri,
Professor,
for
may
you.
And
I
in
have a
case you
request.
guys feel that you are, feeling insecure at any moment, any given point in time, we are all over the world. Wherever city you are from, we are just a phone call away. Just reach out to us. We are happy to help you in any which way that we can. Today, we can say that very proud to say this that, if you are in any part of the world, we can reach out to you in next 30 minutes. That's the strength of WGSHA.
Very, very well said, Mr. Sunil Taneja. Very well said.
This is beautiful.
So
And I am,
Sunil, should I
So,
reveal your
Professor
college
Jairam?
name?
yeah, so Gauri,
Sunil,
sorry, your turn to speak. Let's just give Gauri a
Yes,
chance.
I just wanted to say to all the students joining that, it's 4 years is not going to be an easy ride. There will be tough times. Training is not going to be easy. There will be tough times. However, my only one word to you is hang in there. You'll it's unbelievable the kind of skills that you would learn. Not only hotel skills, culinary skills, people skills. I say that because I'm an HR professional and I know that a lot of the people skills I have today is because of the time I spent in the hotels.
Also, life skills.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
I, I don't think we could have found better ambassadors for WGSHA than you are. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. I'm on 8 alumni groups, and I can tell you that they're buzzing at about 3 a.m. in the morning, and my mom thinks I'm having an affair. So the excitement of being part of the WGSHA family is absolutely palpable. What a warm welcome I've received. I'm here. Today is probably day 126 of my life in WGSHA, but I've never felt so warmly welcomed in any other place. Okay, I carry the legacy. I'm privileged to take forward for the generations ahead the kind of leadership that's been built in the past. We're grateful to all of you. We're deeply grateful to all of you for your time and for your commitment, your love for your alma mater, as well as for all the advice. We look forward to seeing you at the next reunion. If not here, wherever we can come and see you. But thank you from...
Professor, I have a 1-minute request. I'm thinking you're ending, so it's a little request.
Sure.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. There are a lot of teachers and faculty whom we have, really admired and loved, and more so now. May I request you to just span the camera towards the faculty so that we may say our thank you in person.
Awesome,
and
awesome,
also
sure.
give them an ovation. Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. So
We'd like
Dr.
to give them
Srilata
a
Rao
picture
is here.
to help us with
I'm going to invite her to come up. Okay, she's probably from your time. You've already met Professor Vidya Patwardhan. Okay, so Dr. Srilata Rao has recently been promoted to Assistant Director of Student Affairs. So it's over to you, ma'am.
Okay, I welcome all of you to this Fire Chat, students. I still consider you as my student, I think. And
always, ma'am.
Always, always.
Always.
Srilata ma'am, you're still scared of speaking to us in class.
Anyway, nice to have all of you here. I will not take much of a time. I
You,
keep,
ma'am.
It's all,
I
it's all
keep
thanks to you,
seeing.
ma'am. That
Yes.
sorry, it's all thanks to you. All the stats that we learned from you, that we are able to fudge all the numbers in the government now.
I see. I'm happy to hear that. When you were a student, I think you were wanting to get out of my class, I suppose. But later, I think all the students for that matter, they realize the importance of the subject. Nevertheless, I'm really happy to see all of you here doing very well. I think that's the satisfaction we get as a teacher whenever we see our students perform and do very well in their life. Okay, so...
Was Vidya Pratap there?
Yes?
Is Vidya Pratap there?
Is Mrs. Vidya Pratap
No,
there?
she is retired actually, and she is associated with TAPME, not WGSHA anymore. She has left the institute.
So, pan the camera to the faculty and say hello to everybody quickly.
Yes.
Can we just pan the camera to all our existing faculty? So you can, or you can just come up and say hello. Yeah, if the faculty can please stand. And
Please, please.
Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen of WGSHA and the other ladies and gentlemen of WGSHA on the other side. Okay, here's everyone. Let's put the family together. And here we all are.
A big round of applause, please.
Yeah, so this is the 1/3. The 2/3 are out there dealing with what is to come in the evening, right? So there's a big party on, as it always is. So I hope you can see some of them. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
All right. So that's a brave young breed of people who have committed their lives to education. So, you know, a lot of parents asked me to take charge of their children, and I said, I'm sorry, I cannot, because your children are taken care of by the team, and my job is to take care of the team.
Thank you to all of you for doing what you guys do. Yeah, thank you, teachers.
And once again,
So lots of love from WGSHA to all of you, and cheers for now. We're going to take a small bio break, but thank you for your time. It's been a delight having all of you on the call. Look forward to connecting with you when I am in your town next. Cheers and bye for now.
thank you, sir.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you so much
Bye-bye,
for having
everyone.
us over.
Thank you very much, Professor and everybody.
Cheers. Thank you. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And we shall connect soon.
Absolutely.
Bye.
Bye.
Leaving now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we end this segment and before you stretch your legs, I want to take the moment to, can I request